morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. My name is Robert Stroud and I'm here today with Robert, also known as Bob Sturbins, who is the product marketing guru for service management here at CA. And Bob has been the part of the author and creation team of one of the best developments at CA, and that is our CA Service Management Process Maps. Now, Bob, the first thing is, what do these process maps tell me?
Well, basically, let me just take a step back and tell you what we did with the process maps. We understood by listening to customers that visualizing ITIL and the processes and interrelationships was really difficult. So we basically looked at a subway map and we said, geez, that's a great way to actually look at and represent the ITIL process maps and how the processes cross over. And so we basically created these process maps for ITIL v3. We have a map for service design, service transition, and service operations. Continual service improvement is actually listed right in the middle around the Plan, Do, Check, Act. And the service strategy is right in the middle of our map with service portfolio management, financial management, and demand management, because those processes cut across the entire stack.
Now, Bob, I get lost catching a subway in London when I land in London Heathrow and I have to go to our office, which means I have to catch 2 trains. So what you're really saying here, ITIL processes are not independent, they codependent or coexist with each other?
They actually do. Matter of fact, that's one of the hardest things to visualize within ITIL, is you have all these processes and which processes really are interdependent with each other, because when those processes intersect, that dependency is where you get the greatest value. So as an example, if we look to go from incident creation to resolution, right, you can actually go through our little map here, and as you're going through, you're recording the incident, you're diagnosing it, you may actually resolve it. But if you don't resolve it, then you may have to escalate it to problem management. But now you can see incident management crosses problem management. You're also going to see that incident management crosses event management. Why? Because automated events can actually come in and create incidents. So you can get an incident from your service desk or from event management. So here you're actually starting to see the interrelationships and the intersection points between the processes.
Now, these large maps also have a bunch of boxes around the outside. What are they telling me? What I should be having for lunch?
Basically, they have sushi menus on the side, but other than that, these are basically all of the key processes that we felt were necessary for people to learn more about. So what you have here is you have a process description, you have all of the process activities listed, and you have the CA products listed next to those activities, so you get a feel for which products actually will enable which activities within the process. But we went further than that. We basically listed inputs and outputs, and even more important, we listed key process relationships and why those relationships are important. And each one of these processes, as you see here, service catalog, change management, you can read through those, and they have the information you're looking to use at your fingertips.
So can I go further? One of those boxes there, so I've got a lot of information on service catalog. Is there something more? Or is that it?
Well, there's always something more. The key is we wanted to give you enough information so that you can have a discussion. I mean, the purpose of this poster is really for most companies to take it, put it up on their wall in a conference room, and have a discussion for how they would map into some of these processes. So we give you some of the basic concepts in each of these boxes that really get you started. But ITIL is just a framework, and how you leverage it and how you visualize it, this is going to help you get from a theory to an action or an actionable plan.
So I can get to an actionable plan, and it doesn't stop here, does it? If I go to the website, I'm going to find some more things I can use, right?
Well, if you go to the website, not only are you going to find this poster, but we actually created technical briefs for each one of these processes, and those briefs go into more detail about the activities and how they interrelate with each other and some of the key processes, and again, into more details. So you can actually now, you have a set of poster. We even have this little ITIL glance pocket guide, so if you needed to actually just look at the processes quickly, you could, as well as we have the technical briefs, and these are all located on our website at ca.com/ITIL.
But the most important artifact, Bob, you have in your hand. And what is that?
The most important artifact is, since we actually designed this around the subway metaphor, we had, of course, create train whistles just to get excited about what we were doing and get people really enthused. So this is our service management process maps. It's based on the concept of the train, and I'm going to leave you with one last thought. Thanks.
All aboard the ITIL train. Thanks, Bob.